in the upper left here in the blue, the underdog. He is
SK텔레콤 T1 paralyze 정경주.
And in the bottom right here with an early pull, he is
MVP 동래구 박수호.
okay. So
It's a quick pull.
That's
It's a rather quick
I actually kind of like what he's doing here, man. I think that because DRG has been reacting, even I said right before this match, I said I think he's just going to sit back, watch, and react. I think taking the quick pull allows him to seize control of this game.
Okay.
And try to punish his opponent. Now, Paralyze is going for a quick cannon here, or quick forge, I should say. Doesn't necessarily mean it's going to be a quick cannon.
But you know, this quick pull would actually counter some of the play that we've seen out of Paralyze so far.
That's
like
true,
he hasn't gone for Forge Scout at all yet.
That's true as well.
Because DRG never dies that. But maybe after last game he's saying, oh, DRG isn't playing so safe against us. Maybe I'll go for the cannon rush this game. And this is actually really nice for him because this means he might be able to defend this without really any problems.
Okay, here come the Lings now.
Yeah. Cannon starts.
And
that'll be up before those
careful
get there, so
because
or just as.
Yeah, he wants to make sure that the Lings don't run by and get in the main. That screws up so much.
Indeed. So true.
And there comes the hatchery. And so this is kind of an awkward position for the Protoss because, I mean, you're spending all this money getting stuff, but really what you're supposed to be doing is getting an expansion up. And now the Lings go over here to the rocks, and this is just so smart.
Yeah.
Because
this is I like this.
2,000 HP does not last as long as you'd think it would in a situation like this where really the only way... Is he going to check?
Yeah.
Okay, there we go.
All right, so he knows he's probably going to have to throw up some more defenses there. You know, DRG he's making the best of this. And yeah, he's pretty low in drones right now, but he's just going to drone from here and see what he can get done with those 8 Lings. And if it ends up being not too much, at least it was something, right? This is a kind of slow Nexus. It's slower than the hatch still.
Yep.
And he's going to force some sort of defense over here on this left-hand side, I would say.
Well, he needs to.
Unless...
I don't...
It looks like he might just go maybe grab like a Zealot and then get a Stalker or Mothership Core, something like that.
I suppose he could do that as well. I mean, you got to think of how much it would cost to get the cannon there just to...
Yeah, he would have had to start the pylon immediately upon scouting it. And then it's like you know, I guess you would much rather have like just some units, some micro against those Lings and just deal with them and, you know, get your sweaty brow on.
Get your sweaty brow on?
Yeah. You know, trying hard to stop those Lings from killing anything.
I don't think I've ever heard you refer to it as that.
I don't think I ever have referred to it as that.
Get your sweaty brow on, man. Let's see if we can do it.
New commentary phrases every day, Tasteless.
Yep, that's right.
Eventually,
right
the human
now,
language will run out of patterns.
Kerrigan's guy right now. DRG's doing it.
That's true.
Ooh. Okay, one probe already hit, and this is just a lot of lost mining timing. Any second the probe's not mining, that's about -1 mineral. So, I mean, this is pretty bad. And also note, they can go up and down the ramp uncontested. So, I mean, DRG is actually causing such a problem here for Paralyze. And, like, this is Protoss's nightmare, is playing early game like this because every game turns out a little bit different depending on how you handled it and what the Zerg did and where the Zerg teched. So, I mean, from there, the tempo's screwed up. You have to like, play off of instinct, basically. I mean, this just sucks for Protoss.
Well, you know, to be fair, the drone count was pretty low for pretty long, too.
It was 29 to 28 now.
DRG still has to do a little bit more here, I would say, but I do like how he's, like, for instance, left the base. He's like, you know what? No, you have enough to deal with this now. I'm out of here.
Yeah, let me keep these Lings. I don't want to lose them. I want to keep everything to cement me a lead later on.
Yeah.
There's the third hatch. We have the gases being taken here as well. Not in the main, but at the expansion.
And creep spreads starting out at this point. That +1 coming up. A couple more gateways. Where do you go here as Paralyzed? Do you just try to take a third base?
I guess maybe. The first thing that comes to my mind is get a Stargate and then just try to sneak a third base. I mean, there's no Ling speed researched yet. I would think that if you just got a cannon up and walled it off with a pylon and a gate, maybe that works.
I don't think he's going to get a Stargate here just because he's added those gates, and I think that getting a Stargate after that is a little bit slow. But
I didn't even see this. The gates there. Excuse me.
Well, the gates are for a wall more than like these aren't for aggression.
Yeah, but you're right. If you got 2 extra gates, I mean, you can't. I think, okay, I'm going to go Stargate now.
Yeah,
and have a really late Stargate and not do anything.
You have 3 gates. You may as well just take the Nexus, right? It's. What else are they going to do for you? They give you enough defense that, for instance, how DRG canceled his expand earlier on Overgrowth. That's not going to happen when you have 3 gates. It's +1 almost done. So his third base is actually pretty decently timed, I would say. You know, to get a third this quickly, yeah. Working out pretty well for him.
Okay, driving the Lings out now. And just getting that additional gateway wall. The gateways are going to pair with the additional Nexus, since he can support that. Twilight Council coming up here. It looks like he's just going to go for a very basic Protoss army here. Maybe try to put some pressure on.
What do you think of this burrow that he's getting so quickly? I find that very interesting.
Well, I mean, he got a Roach Warren, right? I'm not crazy. Yeah, right there.
Okay, yeah.
So you got a Roach Warren. He might want to use that there. He might, let's say, I mean, Burrow's so multifaceted.
Right, he saw +1 researching, and it's very popular to get blink and upgrades on this map and then do an attack.
Yeah.
So he might be getting that just because that's one of the best ways to hold against like a +2 blink timing on this map is to just have burrow so that as they start to win the fight, you burrow, wait for more units to pop out, then you unburrow, because a lot of times they don't have detection. But in this game, we do see a robo being made because the build... Neither of these builds are very tight because of the opening.
Right.
So Paralyze has just put a robo right in there. So if he does go for that attack and DRG thinks he's going to hold it with Burrow, well, Paralyze has something else to tell him.
And the Lings come up and just get driven out. I think Burrow probably... I think you're right in the mindset there with that. And with the Warp Prism here, it looks like this should sync up with the attack. Yeah, I mean, Spire and Infestation been coming down here now.
Interesting places to put them.
Yeah, he's got them spread out. I think you know the most
you never
typical
attack from
scouting,
that side, though, right? So.
Also, I mean, the most common scouting path is just to go over the hatch, right? So there's a possibility that the hallucinated Phoenix just misses that.
And if it flies over, maybe you think they're huge creep tumors.
Yeah. Robotics Bay here. Oh, did he actually catch those? That's not supposed to happen.
Yeah, it looks like he's going to kill a couple Stalkers at least.
Blink's done. No, it's not.
All 3. Yeah, not quite.
Okay, really Paralyzed. A little sloppy here with his control.
A lot of roaches being made at the moment. Yeah, it kind of sucks that he lost 3 Stalkers there.
Yeah.
That wasn't really called for.
It's not like the end of the world, but really considering how much he's on the line here. Okay, so the Zealots get warped in over here. And this is to be used for the attack. To draw the Zerg army back so we can attack up here. Hold position.
Yeah, he just wants to kill the 4th. This is like his only goal here is if he can maybe do something with these Zealots for now, he can kill that 4th, but oh God.
He's not watching.
Oh, man.
Okay, and you have to go back.
Well, he loses a couple Stalkers and the attack doesn't really work out, but not as bad as I guess it could have been there.
Well, considering he could have lost the Mothership Core and everything would have fallen apart.
Ooh, did you see that? You worked in that Zealot on the side to stop the Queen from running.
Yeah, that was really nice.
Yeah, the Zealot's getting a little bit done, I guess, but, I mean, between the Spine, the Roaches, and other units coming back, shouldn't be that big a deal, I guess.
Yeah, nice control, though, overall here. And is he going to just try to come up here and take him out?
I would hope for his...
Is he sending more back? This seems to be doing a lot of damage over here.
Yeah, the Zealot Warping is actually being quite surprising in how efficient it is.
Well,
he's definitely done some work with it. He's got a good probe count now. He's solid on 3 bases.
I'm a bit caught off guard because I didn't think that was going to do as much damage as it did. This is a cute move here. Getting the pylons, just unpowering that.
Down some units, make more areas you can run in.
Yeah, just keep the Protoss back. You know, Zerg gets complete control of his 4th and starts to reap the benefits of having that, while the Protoss is just trying to tech back up. I mean, that initial attack did not do what it was supposed to do. It didn't fail miserably because he kept most of his army, and the Zealot harass was pretty good. But Protoss has got a pretty big army and get a 3rd.
Look at that, a 2nd Robo. He is just banking on DRG not going for a Mutalisk tech switch, and
yeah,
you know, the thing is, DRG's kind of known for doing that in the past. But will he do it here? You know, he's been very focused on ground units and corruptors against Protoss so far today, so maybe this is a really good call. It's going to definitely add a lot of power to his army. Look at this. Paralyze is actually, like, really fighting back with this Warp Prism. Look at how much damage he's done with these couple of harassments. And the thing is, the first one started out looking like he was going to do nothing, and now he's flying around once again. He hasn't lost it. He's doing additional damage. He is actually going to get this hatch.
Get this hatch? Oh, careful. No, don't. What? I can't believe he did that.
I think he should have just left them out. He would have killed it.
I think you're exactly correct.
Instead, he loses everything.
I think he's getting stressed out. I think he saw the Mutas hatch, and we were talking about how he's banking on DRG not going for Muta switch. And
yeah, maybe he saw the Mutas and was like,
heart
oh,
sank.
No. So when you're going 2 Robo and someone else is going Mutas, those two don't line up correctly, right?
Yeah. Well, they line up correctly if you're Zerg.
Yeah.
Well, this is just really tough now for Protoss because the 4th base is almost out of the question for a long time. And also you can see DRG takes his 5th base here.
I'm kind of heartbroken you didn't kill that hatch.
Well,
this is if
it's
this
funny
was
because
me,
he should have. I mean, this is like, can we restart from the replay here and see how this game would have gone?
Every game where like a Zerg hatchery lived by like literally 1 Marine shot, which over the course of 10 years happened a lot of times. Yeah. I would actually pause the game and tell my opponent to kill his hatchery. So I'm like, no, this is like too random. This is too stupid of a way to lose. Kill the hatch. And more people than you would think actually were like, okay, and they killed their hatch.
I can't believe you would ever ask me to do that in a game. You were ridiculous.
I was ridiculous.
I will never train with you. It's like so ridiculous.
Yeah, it's pretty ridiculous.
You're like, all right, man, no Mutas this game.
No, never anything like that. But that's reasonable in the hatch. Anyways, he is going into Phoenixes now, and this isn't like, I guess, an overwhelming amount of Mutas yet. Definitely going to cause a cancel. No, don't take this fight. No, 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 no.
Well, he got the
Well,
Nexus.
You know what? The thing is, DRG like really
who needs force fields when you could just make your own with stalkers around the enemy?
I was a little bit nervous there that he might lose some units, but DRG was just gung-ho about killing the Nexus and getting out of there. So that actually turned out quite well for Paralyze, I would say. Yeah, he cancels the Nexus, but he killed off a decent little clutch of units.
And, I mean, with this position here, the question is, what is Paralyze's plan to recover? He's trying to get this 4th base. With the angle he's set up at, he might be able to do it. And if the Colossus or Colossi are drawn away, I mean, maybe he could do something.
I mean, I like the position Paralyze is in now, to be perfectly honest.
Well,
yeah,
what
there's
about the Swarm Host, though? Yeah, that might...
DRG is going to a 5th base, too, but Paralyze has shown that he's pretty good with the War Prism harassment, which is going to come into play. He has 4 Colossus right now. He has 2 Robos. He has multiple Stargates. And the thing is, even though there's Swarm Hosts out and he is on 5 base at this point, there's still a little period of time right now where Paralyze has a lot of mobility on the map and can get things done. And as long as he does that, this is hard to defend. There's not enough Stormhouse out yet. There's not enough Static D. So I like how Paralyze is doing this.
Oh, we saw the Mutas almost go in there to try to hit the main. Now he's backing up. He's saying, wait a minute, wait a minute, wait a minute. This attack here from Paralyze could actually really hurt me.
Yeah, and in fact, it
you know what the Phoenix is? You know what, Artosis? Yeah, Paralyze might be able to pull something off.
Well, he's walking up this ramp right now into the natural base from the backside. What are those Locusts doing? Nothing at all.
Where is the next spawn?
Well, there it is.
Were they set to the wrong rally there?
Well, the thing is, he's going to kill the natural. That's the minimum of what he's going to do here. So he kills the natural, he's getting out of here.
Go around.
Loses almost nothing. In the meantime, he's killed off a lot of Mutas. Look at the bank of DRG, it's really nothing. Look at the supply of DRG, it's not that scary. And the mobility is completely in Paralyze's side. He's getting in Void Rays now, he's going up to Psy Storm. He's going to be mining off 4 bases very shortly here. His 4th just finished up, he's going to be getting gas off there. His upgrades are phenomenal at 3-1. Even getting 3-2 at the moment. He's played a very nice game. It was looking a little bit rough earlier on.
Yeah, well, especially when he didn't get this hatch, which it looks like he's going to finish what he started here.
I was scared right there.
What is up with his Locust pathing? I mean, or just the way the
I think he's, they volley so often that he's just like, well, I'll send him this direction because maybe his army will be there.
Oh, wow, he's still not going for that hatchery here. Just backing up. I think it was a good move with the force fields there.
Yep. Don't want those Locusts to kill too much. He's finally going to get his revenge on this hatch.
There we go. He picks that off and he backs up. There it is.
GG.
DRG just taps out.
Yeah. That was a very nicely played game by Paralyze. Let's not forget, though, that DRG did do a 10 pool that didn't really do enough. He killed like one probe.
That's very, very true.
Sure, he chased some stuff around and recovered reasonably well, but Paralyze kept his cool. He got his upgrades. He went into a nice composition. Second Robo actually ended up working out. DRG tried to go into those mutas, but they didn't quite do enough.
And now Paralyze just has to win one more game. I mean, he's taken a pretty serious beating here from DRG previously, but if he wins this next one...
Well, I think, you know, Paralyze chose a map he was very comfortable on, very good at.
Yep.
Let's see what DRG chooses here. Thing is, I think if DRG doesn't do some sort of cheesy opening, he's just better in the macro game.
That's what I feel as well.
That was the one game where he cheesed and it didn't work out. Overgrowth, no big surprise.
Oh, the Zergs love Overgrowth. So, yeah, I would assume he's just going to go ahead and get a nice, solid build out here. Just paralyzes and cheese him and hurt him. I think DRG wins in the late game.
Yeah, I think so. I do. So hopefully that's what he goes for if he wants to win this one.
Yeah.
Another quick pool. I like mixing in a quick pool, but maybe against this opponent, does he really need it? I don't know. We'll see. Because we saw when Paralyze actually got some stuff going on for him after that mid game that you were talking about, did very well.
Also, you know, if I'm Paralyzed, I'm just going to assume that DRG's not going for a quick pull. So maybe you could do a build that could cheese out a quick hatch. Could go for a cannon rush. DRG's pretty good at holding those. Just food for thought, though.
All right, so we'll see what he goes for. This is the final game of the day, guys. One of these players going up in the round of 16. The other one, bye-bye. Code A.
Yeah, until next time, if there is a next time for them here in Code S.
Yeah. Well, if it's DRG, there will be.
It's got to be, right?
I have
12 in a row now.
This is something that sets me apart from lesser mammals is my pattern recognition skills. And after 12 in a row, I do suspect DRG will be in Code S next season.
All right, time for our final game today.
Lesser mammals like tasteless.
It's lesser mammal tasteless and pattern recognition expert mammal artosis here in the GSL.